tapping it could be nothing too heavy or hard. Just make a fist, perhaps, doesn't matter which hand. I'll go with my right first. And I want to gently, just almost knock on the muscle though. And tap work is in anything from martial arts to Tai Chi to Qigong and even modern day sports even now. Yeah, so it's a really good way to get the blood flowing throughout the muscles as well. Just gentle way. Should just come across the chest, top of your chest. And the aim here is just to cover the whole connective tissue with gentle taps. Come down to the ribs, abdomen. Just gentle with both hands. Yeah. Okay. Just see if you can go around at the back too. Just around the lower back. Depends on your flexibility. Go up as much as you can around the sort of upper back. And then just as you go so down, as you make your way down slowly, perhaps just keep your shoulders open and we'll be practicing this squat. So just squat down a little bit, just bend your knees ever so slightly, and then so you've got a good base, and then make your way down to the bigger muscles like your thighs, your hamstrings. Just gentle, and then come back up, returning towards the top, and just go down to the other side. Okay. Gets the sort of nervous system as well, wakes it up nicely. Okay. Let's begin the actual warm-ups now. So I want you to think about a bit of space around me, and we may do some higher knees and just rotation, so you will need a bit of space. So I want you to stand shoulder width apart. If you just take a look at this turning of the foot, nice twist coming from the shoulder. And we're going to do this for about 20 seconds. Raise your elbows and twist the body. Yeah. Keep your spine nice and tall. And then get a good alignment of the body. So even the head position can actually affect your balance, how we turn here. Like final 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come to the still. Okay, let's look at the shoulder circles. I'd like to do this one at a time. It's just simple, gentle rotation. Let's just test the flexibility of the shoulder. That is fine. And if you're feeling a little bit adventurous, what you could try, you could actually stand on one leg. So just simply lift the heel on one leg, okay, just like so. Or even harder, but it's completely up to you. Just use your own judgment. And that's the same arm, but opposite direction if you haven't done so yet. About 5 coming. Again. Just going through each joint at a time. Let's change your hands. And this would be a good way to test the other leg if you wanted to be on one leg. Nice and slow, you don't have to go really fast. You may feel the chest muscles a little tight, depending on what you've been doing. If you've been doing picking boxes or gardening, sometimes these muscles can get a little tight. So if you've been hanging from the bars even. Get gentle. 3, 2, 1, and then shake it up. Okay, let's just check the neck. I'll just come a little bit closer. We've done this isometric exercises for the neck, just sort of testing the thing. I call this a planks for the neck posture muscles. Okay, so for our neck. So think about pressing your palm into the head, but just resisting the pressure for about 5 seconds. Let's go. Stand nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently let's switch the sides. We can perhaps come back to it one more time in a minute. Ready? Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly switch. Let's go one more time. Ready? push, lateral push this way. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, just to clarify, try and bite your jaw down, because when we sometimes push laterally, even our jaw muscles can move. Just keep your jaw nice and closed. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. And do the same. We'll do once forward, so we just go forward. That just doesn't matter which hand it is. Just again, close the jaw and push the head forwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's use both hands, because our going backwards, or sort of like a whiplash pressure, we are quite strong going backward this way. So use both hands behind, elbows nice and wide, and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay, just let's go. Just look at the mobilizing the neck a little bit more. Just turning over to right shoulder and then left. Just gentle. It's fine if you're hearing any clicks or cracks or any sound coming from the neck. Perhaps even scan over the shoulder. Is he warming up the neck? Sort of checking your blind spots without turning your shoulders. So shoulders are nice and relaxed. And let's do up and down motion, just gentle with this one. So it's more like pointing your chin up and then looking down. Up. One more. Up. Okie dokes. Right. Shake your feet up. One more exercise. We like this. This is for the feet, and it's a gentle exercise. You don't need to go really fast here, but it requires quite a lot of control, especially from the calf muscles, and it connects the knees as well. Just toe raises, where we get this nice raise in the toes. So that's ready. Let's do at least 5 of these in your own time. Option, of course, you can hold like something stable, a door or a wall or even a chair, to make it a little bit easier. And really, let's just do, because there are different variations of these exercises, but I really want you to encourage the ball of your foot to get a nice traction, get the big joint in your foot to be more dominant. So as you push up and then come down. Try one more in your own time. See if you can actually look, rather than looking down, see if you can look on the horizon. And let's do another variation where we're actually going to turn your toes inwards. And then we're going to encourage the little ones, so, or the outer of the foot. Yeah. Always have an option of taking the hands off. And if you're noticing that you're coming down really fast, that's fine. Just really go. You can go up a little bit faster if you like, but really come down slowly. Slower the better. One more. Okay. We're going to start the little hard work. Have a sip of water. This is a good time to have a refreshment before we move on to the next phase. One second. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, I am back. Few props. We may need some weights. If you're lucky, one of those lucky people that have dumbbells, use them. They've literally been snapped up from the shops. You can't get any, and if you can, they're like 5 times the price than what they would be normally. So these will do as well. We're going to start loading the muscles with just extra weight. Yeah, perfect. let's just do a mini demonstration first so we all know what we're working through. I'm going to show you different levels of squats. Squats are beyond the exercises, doing squats. It's something that we do whether we like, we do it daily basically. So it makes it quite a good time to practice the depth of your squats with the sort of slowed down version. Anytime you get out of the chair, anytime you get out of bed, visit the loo, may I say, you take a squat position, okay? So stand shoulder width apart in this position with your feet shoulder width apart, and then go as low as you feel comfortable. It doesn't have to be super low. It can be literally here, like 10-degree angle coming from the hips. But make sure hips are sitting back. That's the trick, rather than loading onto the knees. Here's what we're going to add. We haven't actually started the exercise. We're still demonstrating. Holding hands up, we are going to add this shoulder press motion. So squat as low, and then you're going to pop the hips and the shoulder press. Are we ready? Good. 60 seconds. Let's start the work. Slowly down, fast up. Let's go. Good. I was dreaming actually one day. Imagine if they just open up above my head and I have a soup over my head. That would be fun, huh? Let's go. Keep breathing. Nice. Nice. Good. Slow down, remember. Keep the arms up as you lower down, and then good. Yeah, that's good. If the squatting down is challenging, just stand nice and tall in this brace position and just work the shoulders. Keep going. 10 seconds to go. Come on. Nice, nice. And put these weights down, please. Let's get the heart rate up. Yeah, just give you a second, just dumbbells down. Now, just marching on the spot. We're going to start it with about 40 seconds, 45 seconds. I'd like to use the upper body, just try and coordinate the shoulders, elbow to the knee, and then see if we can now slowly speed up if possible. If anything, just get the knees up slowly. Otherwise, we should be jogging, jogging, jogging. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep breathing. 15 seconds to go. Nice. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And please pick up the dumbbells or weights one more time. Okie dokes. Now, see if we can think about shifting the weight. So I'm going to demonstrate a very similar exercise, but instead of pressing, we're going to do something called a raise for the shoulders, side raises like so. And keep everything nice and straight. Here's what we're going to do. So if you're standing near the balancing point, just if you need to, we're going to encourage the balance nice and early. Stand almost like flamingo-like position, like so, and then perform this side raises. See if you can find this balance. It's absolutely okay. If this is a little bit hard, you can keep the toes down and just keep the heel raised. Are we ready? We're going to do 30 seconds on each leg. Let's go. So shift the weight on one hip and then work. Let's work on this lateral movement with your shoulders. Slow. There's no need to speed up, especially the shoulder muscles. They have the sort of preferred speed that they like to work with, and this is sort of controlled is better. Keep going, and that's a little bit extra actually. Let's switch the legs. So transfer the weight to the opposite hip. Especially when you're standing, perhaps you've chosen your dominant side earlier, and then now it sort of might be a bit harder. It's okay. It's okay. We all have one side which we prefer to have the go first, and keep going. Another 10 seconds. No need to speed up. The last one. And okay, now keep the weights in your hands. This is going to be slightly different. So we've been doing this squat like a brace position, to slightly low in, and then we're going to do some boxing positions. So straight air punches, punching into the air. Keep working. Let's go. Go straight. You can even go a little bit high if shoulders okay. Fast, fast, fast. Straight punches. Remember, choose a target in front of you if you want to. Keep breathing. Your heart rate will go up. Down, 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 down. Good. If you're able to go squat lower, why not? Otherwise, stay in this position and work. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And put the dumbbells down, put the weights down, please. Shake the hands. Perhaps in between you can actually stretch your hand muscles because we've been holding those weights for a little while. Yeah. The flexor muscles are quite important to keep them nice and relaxed. And little stretches like for the palm, quite a good way to elevate the pressure or tension from your elbows and your grip as well. Good. Now we're just going to need a body weight next, nothing else. We're going to use your own body as a load in a way, but we are going to need a prop. I like to use a slight support if you have almost like a mattress-like or foam-like. Don't worry if you don't have exact one, it doesn't matter. As long as we're going to base the weight onto our elbows, but I'm going to give you some options. We can, Derek, you may have a stairs which you can actually put your hands onto, or you go with the elbows. Let me demonstrate the exercise first, and then I'll give you a few seconds to work out what would be the best weight for this. So, slowly going down one elbow at a time, and then walking back. So you create this diagonal line. Avoid this and this. So think about stabilizing your spine. We almost think about this as a protection exercise for strengthening your abdominals. So nice, stable. If you had if you were to test, like keeping this nice and steady, like a shark. See if you can do it without dropping. But you don't, of course, I'm exaggerating, but you don't need one of these codes. Just keep it nice and steady and breathe. Right, guys, we're gonna aim for 60 seconds. If you would like to have a break, of course, please have a mini break in between and join us we're gonna aim to hold this for 60 seconds. So get set, 3, 2, 1, let's go into the position slowly and start the time. Please breathe. This is an exercise that I would say most people, when we do this, one thing that we don't do is breathe straight away and then catches up quite quickly. Because just to keep the body in this position when we do this right form, it requires a lot of energy. Small muscles like your lower back, your glutes even, your thighs are working. So breathe. We're over halfway, by the way, so if you're still holding, well done. Keep it there if you can. Little shake is fine, but if your legs start to shake and your whole body shakes, then have a mini break. See if you can stay with me for another 10 seconds. Let's go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I think that's fair. That was 1 minute. That's it. Have a little break. Come up into a standing position. Give yourself a little shake of the shoulders. Well done, well done. Yeah, if you want to have a sip of water, I'm going to show you an exercise that I like to stretch out the hamstrings. It's just sort of 1, 2. So it's the opposite of the shoulder. You need a bit of space. You can do alternate, or you can actually do one leg at a time if it's easier. Yeah. So find a stabilizing support. 1, 2. You might see like a rugby players or football players will actually do this to warm up their hips. Good way to do this even before you do the walking. Go for like a nice walk. This is a good way to perform this stretch into the hamstrings. And 2, 1. Let's see if we can change the sides. If you've been alternating throughout, just keep going. Otherwise, let's change the leg. I like that, Derek. Come on, get this toes up. Very cool, well done. Make sure you got the balance if we need to. Another 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good job. Shake it up, shake it up. Mini break. Find a nice balance position. We're almost there. We're almost there. Let's work on the upper body. One more exercise that I'd like you to work from. So involving the muscle group. So this really requires a little bit of think about muscle to mind connection. So every time we pull load towards us, we involve these side muscles, these lats. So if you open up a door, if you open a car door or any door towards you, we use these muscle groups this way. So I want you to think about vertical for 10, and then we're going to do horizontal. So we're going to do 10 of these, just with your own body weight. But what I'd like you to think about is squeezing your lats as you arrive in this position. Really get this isometric hold, almost these breaking sort of few sort of like hazelnuts in between your shoulder blades as you arrive down here with your spine muscles. Glide your hands up. And exhale as you pull. Good. Let's go at least 5 more. Make sure you got a nice fist as you coming down. And it's quite a good way to get into the muscle and really get it to activate. You may think, oh, I'm not doing it with any weights, but sometimes if you've been through any sort of progressive weight training before, you don't actually need a lot of weight to get the muscle isolated. Let's do 2 more. And often enough, it's actually better to do it without any weight, so get the right muscle to fire before you put on any weights. Okay, just relax. You might feel a bit of a tension in the shoulders, so we're going to do 1 more. This time, obviously, rowing it this way. Now, here's a trick. One trick. When we do this motion, sometimes we cheat a little bit. The body cheats a little bit, okay? And we do this. Try stand out, lock your hips nice and straight, and really pull it with your elbows. There's no leaning back. So it's not like a rowing form. It's straight upright and go. 10 of these. If you have a mirror in front of you, what you could do actually, just be aware sometimes one elbow can almost drop, not drop, but it just pulls this way without even realizing. So just get a nice right alignment. Yeah, make sure they're working for the same range. Again, you may feel this in upper shoulder blades. You can stretch around a little bit, but when you pull, hold the squeeze at the back. Let's go finish strong with 1 more. Super. Okay, this has been a slow exercise, so let's get the heart rate up next. Now, quick demonstration. It's like a side step with an overhead reach. Look. 1, 2. Got it? Let's go. Speed up if you can. Otherwise, a side step with a shoulder raise. Keep breathing. That's the trick. Going to do this for about 30 seconds. If you need to, actually, you can bend the knee slightly. So keep breathing. Step and step. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake it up, shake it up. Sip of water if we need to, little break. It is important to heart rate to go down if it between the exercises, so it's, don't be surprised if I give you a little break in between. So, but if you think you don't need a break, and if you've got a heart rate, just jog in the spot. So when we're resting, you can simply keep the heart rate up by just jogging on the spot. That's completely an optional for you. Okay, we've been doing this ice skater exercise, perhaps one of my favorite type of exercise to get the whole kinetic chain of the body working and involving. So really think about with this one, everything from your feet right to your top of your head has to be involved. Otherwise, you will notice the difference. So I'm going to get you to think about like this. So you will need this. I'd like to have a support in case, whether you've got a wall or a chair, doesn't matter. But I want you to think about bending your knee down a little bit and going into the knee. Point right in front of you. And here's the trick. I want you to test how much angle you can go with this leg right there. Can you cross? Yeah, and then bring it forwards. So I'll keep demonstrating. So idea is that we want to create this sort of semicircle with this. Yeah. First of all, let's start with a good base. So if we haven't started it yet, let's get in a position, take a nice step onto the leading leg. And the other foot, the moving foot, will come right in front of you, and will go right behind. Take your time. Focus. Remember, you want to be involving the ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, your spine. Let's go. Slow. It's not a fast move. Yeah? Perfect. If your hands are around here, even better. You can even do like this way. There. After this, you may have to load up your computers and just take a look at the ice skating position. So get the arms there. Yeah. Come on. 5 more seconds. 4. Last one. And well done. Shake, shake, shake. I get a burn in my quadriceps here. Right, little break, and we're gonna just prepare the opposite leg. So again, get a good foundation from the base, and then we're gonna shift your weight into the hip, involve the foot, and then there. Make sure you have enough space. Yeah. If you can really get this foot right behind, then we're talking. Remember, every exercise has levels, yeah? But if it's the first time you've been doing something like this, I don't expect straight away to get into this position. Just start with a straight leg, just work it there. And slowly you can then increase your range of motion behind. Keep going. The knee has to be slightly bent on your standing leg. Let's go for 5 more. See if you can do the final few without holding. Oh, yes. And shake your feet up, shake your feet up. Okie dokes. Right, next recovery exercise, just to get the heart rate up. Here's what we're going to do. This is called a prisoner position. Don't ask me why. 1, 2. Let's see if we can encourage the knees to go up while adding this crunch from the top. Little side twist. Feet are nice and close together, and then come on, let's really get those knees up. Nice. Yeah. If the knees don't want to come up, see if we can go down and meet with the elbow to get even lower. Good. Keep breathing. You don't have to go really fast, nice and slow. Keeping the lower back quite stable, actually. Just be careful with the back. Yeah. Looking good. Nice. Final 5. Speed up slowly if you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. And shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Good. Great job. Okay, we're gonna practice the strength of the upper shoulders. So you're gonna need a tool next. It could be a solid. We need a solid object, either a bookshelf if you have a steady something, or stairs in front of you, or even a door, stable door. So I'll show you. I'll go with my shelf here, and what I'd like you to think about, again, very similar to one of the exercises that I did on the chair. Instead of here, I want you to lift this arm up, look, and just tap it across your shoulder. You're actually working on this transferring on the load. Keeping the head nice and in line, tap. Tap across. If you guys get in, yeah, perfect. Just focus on the hips. Let's get into a position. I'm going to get you to do this for about 60 seconds, nice and slow. You will start to build up around the shoulders. Let's begin, please. Start the time. 1. Keep the body nice and straight from the tap, tap. Remember, you can always make this exercise a little bit harder by taking a few steps back, okay? So if you think this is too easy, just small steps though, just checking the space. Good. Keep it steady, so especially as you transfer the weight from one hand, shift your weight slowly and tap. Shift and tap. Shift and tap. Good. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming back slowly into an upright standing position. Again, shake your feet up. Let's go for final recovery. Here's what you're going to do. Think about the opening up the hips nice and wide. I love doing this exercise because I hear my hips sort of making some funny sounds. But so here's what you're going to do. Stand on one leg and step over. Think about the action is stepping over a fence or a cat, I don't know, or a dog. Yeah. And see if you can actually lock the hip as you're standing on that side. Yeah, just go the opposite direction of, say, on the same leg. Yeah, very similar to the shoulders. Our hips and shoulders are very similar joints. Hips are much bigger, of course, because of the size, but they work very identically, in fact. So there we go. Come on, change the legs, and you're on time. Nice. One more, and then opposite direction. 2, 1. Shake it up, shake it up. Like this. Okay, final exercise, and this is going to be mini competition. We're not gonna, yes, competition. And I would like you to try and write down your score, okay? Just get your breath under control for now. And exercise that we are going to test really is, I want you to choose your own level when you do this, please. And it's all about, I'm just going to get this, maybe move this a little bit. I'm just really exaggerating because, right. I want you to see my feet and then we'll time. Okay, so idea is that we have something stable behind it. We've done this exercise, and if you've done one of these classes before, your feet has to be stable on the floor. And then whether you're here or there, like super 90-degree angle, I don't mind. I just want you to have a stable position, and then we'll hold that. And perhaps even each week we can retest this and just see the ideas that we will improve. And I've seen people improve from 15 seconds to 2 minutes and a space of not very long in fact. So let's get this stopwatch ready. Please make sure you have a stable object behind it, and when we're ready, I will get you to start the time together. So we haven't started it yet. Just shake your legs up. Right. 3, 2, 1. Go down and hold, please. And just get the, almost you want to relax in this position. It's not very relaxing, especially sometimes your knees don't like this, but if you do this in the right way, you shouldn't really feel all the weight into your knees. You should feel more around your thighs. You push the heels down and breathe. I'm going until the last person. I shouldn't say that because some of you might be very, very good at this. Now, if this is super hard, just come up, have a little break, and then join us. Practice this few times. We're 45 seconds in, by the way. Keep breathing. Try. Look ahead of you. By the way, if you can hold this 1 minute, that probably means next time I want you to go a little bit lower. Yeah. But I thought we'll do this as a mini competition to finish up with. Remember your time this week. I'll give you 1:15, by the way. So we're on 1:15. I'll give you time every 10 seconds. 1:25. Be careful when you come out of the position. 1:35. Just relax if you finish, have a little break. Approaching 1:45. Okay, we're going to take it up to 2 minutes and then probably have a break. Gosh, 1:55, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly easing your palms, wrists to come up, come up, come up, come up. Oh. Very good. Very, very good. Good job. Okay, now just stretch out just lower back from a sitting position, slowly. By the way, well done. Well done. That's not easy. So if you can make a note after this, write it down somewhere, because we've got a lot of things to remember. So wall squats are probably the last thing that you want to remember. But just write it down roughly what it was. Doesn't have to be exact time. Whether it was 1 minute or under 1 minute, or if it was 2 minutes, well done. So we'll try and go a little bit harder next week. So just the final few exercises to just stretch out the lower back. Now, when we do this exercise, make sure you've got a nice stable base of when you're sitting down. Just give you a chance to take a seat on the chair. And make sure you got a stable, so it's not going to glide as you roll down slowly from your chin and roll down, reaching towards your toes. Yeah. Quite a nice stretch, especially for the lower back. We've done quite a challenging exercises. So it's a good way to finish off with a little stretch. Roll yourself back up gently, okay? Oftentimes, it's the transition of the exercises people can feel like slight twinge. So not necessarily while they're doing it. So we call this transitional sort of injuries where people pick up sort of just go, when you try this one more, just really roll out slowly and come up even slower. Just breathe out. Always you want to feel each vertebra, your spine muscle at a time. Roll yourself back up. Nice. Roll the shoulders 3 times. And if I just face towards you, it should be. Okay. Now, if I ask you to take the cross position with your knee, and simply just keep the knee up while. And idea is that rather than feeling all this stretch, you may feel a little stretch in your knee, but I want you to really try to relax from the hip. So whichever knee is bent, that side, might be left or might be right, just let it go down a little bit, but just feel the opening in this hip. Your posture nice and tall. The body temperature might be a little bit warm, so you may feel. Normally, when you're warmer, you stretch. Muscles do stretch better, so that's an advantage of doing this type of stretches at the end. Okay, change the sides, change the leg. Slowly come up. If you find it really hard, challenging to reach over, just hold the trousers or just use the material to pull the leg up. And then try to drop down with this knee. You can even do little bounces. Make sure your hip feels comfortable when you do that. 3, 2, 1, and good. All right. Try this. Without using your hands out, see if we can shift forwards and stand up. Easy enough? Shift it. Yes, lovely, lovely, good. Shake your feet up. Good job, guys. Good job, everybody. We are just